I've seen so many pictures, but I haven't actually been
Really?
here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, this is the big deal.
Yeah,
Wait
take
for
a
it.
look around. It's so beautiful.
Uh,
So many workspaces, and there's like more workspaces around the corner.
Wow.
As well.
all right.
Okay.
Before we begin, let's ask the Lord to bless us.
Yes, I
Any
was gonna say
volunteers?
that. I want to pray.
Yes, Mercy.
My name is Ana Hernandez, and I am the CEO, and I'm going to be the CEO of Icthus.
Amen.
Okay. I'm so excited.
I grew up in Guatemala, 10 minutes away from Guatemala City. Fishermen in Guatemala, they fish for 3 days. So whenever they go back to the bay, they're really tired. They're just exhausted. So people who are trying to buy their products, they know that and they're like, we're gonna give you this price and you give me all your fish for this small price. Then they realize, okay, if I'm not gonna get the price that I want, I'm gonna overfish and I'm gonna get way more product than what I need and what they need, and I can sell it in the price that they're asking for, and I'm gonna still get the money that I need to support my family.
So whenever it comes to packaging and gutting the fish, what is that gonna look like for us? Are we gonna hire somebody who knows how to gut all of the fish, and will maybe one person be able to do all of that, or is that a skill that we want to teach the fishermen to do, or is the driver gonna learn? You know what I mean? How are we?
Because like that's like the problem. I actually don't know if we find someone that does that. Because like that's like the main problem. Cause
Are there businesses, like in Holland, you have the butcher. That's all he does all day. So are there businesses already established in Guatemala that gut fish? We might want to look at setting up a partnership with the gutter. With someone.
So Icthus is a social enterprise in Guatemala. Essentially, we are connecting the local producers, the fishermen there, with the consumers in the city. So we're kind of wanting to meet the needs of the fishermen to get fair prices for their fish and everything, but also the needs of the consumer to be able to eat fresh local fish.
Guatemala is the world's capital of sailfish. So we have a great market. We just like don't know how to exploit it. Guatemala has like two oceans. Like it's like we have everything to do it. Everything to succeed, but we are not teaching them right
But why does the U.S. care about that?
because I have no idea.
Hey.
Hey, Sean.
Oh yeah. Change it. So this will be the meat.
First, we need to get like the basics on how it works. Let's build that first, and then we'll build the body of it afterwards.
So we'll build.
This is more like the body. This is going to be hiding what's actually going on inside.
So we'll. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay. So then. Okay.
I was in Chick-fil-A and just looked over at the machine and was thinking, why isn't there a way to stop people from stealing soda? Because I've seen it so many times, and I used to do it. I'm my own culprit. So the more research I did, I realized that the reason you don't see that everywhere is because it's a very expensive system to set up. So it works, it's just very expensive. So I thought, well, what if there's another way to do it? And that's when I began research through a mechanical system. Your cup is the key and the dispenser is the lock. You put your cup into the lock and then you get the soda, right? So if you're using a water cup, you won't be able to get the soda because it won't fit the lock.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. So, I mean, I could show you more detail on how it works because we're building it currently.
This plane is this side.
No, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna work.
It's gonna work.
I grew up in South Texas, McAllen Mission, so about 4 hours south of San Antonio, 6 hours south of Austin, 8 hours of Dallas, 7 of Houston. Both my grandparents of my dad and my mother's side are engineers. So my grandpa is one who suggested it first, and I took his advice. When I first came or was thinking about coming to college, I was thinking about doing business, specifically finance. But after talking to my grandpa, he told me it would be better if I do engineering and then use that to go into business later.
I mean, just trust me. Delete that plane. We don't want that plane.
Okay.
We want a plane parallel to that plane.
That's exactly what.
thing that's different between me and him is I want to design something so that I know, so I can see what's wrong with it. And what he's doing, he's like, well, what about this? Is this going to happen?
I can already see it in the future, like what's going to be wrong.
So I just want to get something out there so that I can see, like, okay, how can we make this better?
Yeah.
I had this teacher who would always say, if you are not embarrassed by what your version 1 looks like, then you're not moving fast enough.
Yeah.
So do it, make it, get it out. It should look ugly, but it should work.
Yeah.
So if it works, but it looks ugly, that's fine. You're making progress.
Nice, dude. I like you. I like it.
So the way that
What are you thinking regarding like distancing? Like, because he's gonna complain about that. So like, do we want like one person up there and then have all of us like over here, or what do we think?
I think it's like some on this side.
So that's the place. Some on this side, some on that side. Yeah. You think he's gonna be okay with that?
Our senior project requires that we have every discipline used in the project. For example, we have a biomedical engineer, that would be Chloe. We have a mechanical engineer, that would be Mauricio. We have an electrical engineer, that would be Emmanuel. And we have a computer engineer, that'd be me. And we were initially thinking, even sophomore year, okay, when we get to senior project, we are for sure going to be a group. In the project, we were required to incorporate all 4 of those disciplines at the same time.
You want us to go ahead and share screen?
Okay, go ahead.
Everybody spread out a little bit if we can. Yeah, this will be just fine. We can center a little bit better than that. Not right here. Come on. Our company named Red Halo. Red Halo in Latin means exhale or breathe. And on top of the 5 of us engineers,
we were initially thinking about doing something with prosthetics, and when COVID-19 hit, we started directing our attention to, okay, what kinds of issues should we be addressing right now?
The amount of lives impacted is many, but the life-saving technologies are few. What is the solution?
Our solution is to design a low-cost, energy-efficient
medical mechanical ventilator. And we're designing this ventilator so it can serve rural and underserved areas, which is why our ventilator is a significantly lower cost than standard ventilators to make it more accessible to those who need it most. I'm not sure about overall, but I can say in my graduating class, I'm the only female, so the ratio is pretty low. Freshman year, I think there were, maybe like 20% girls, but slowly they all dropped off, and now it's just me. No one in my family does business or entrepreneurship, so it was completely new, but I love creativity, I love innovation, and so when I heard about the launch competition last year, just seeing the other teams and kind of seeing the advertisements, I was like, that's so cool, I would love to be involved in that, and here we are, so.
There we are. Does anyone have any questions? I'll take that as a no, okay?
I'll ask some questions, hold on.
In high school, I got involved in robotics quite a bit. And since no one knew how to do coding, I kind of got forced into it. But I ended up enjoying it quite a bit. And afterwards, I felt called to go to ORU, and the engineering program really impressed me. With a computer, you start out with the individual components, and you build on new pieces. You add on a RAM card, a CPU unit, plug them in, and you eventually build them up to like a much bigger, much more impressive thing. And I think that's what excites me, both about education and about computer engineering, just starting really, really simple and seeing all the progress that you've made from now till whenever you started.
I think everyone else did good. If you heard them at like 6, we were in the Hammer meeting room.
Oh, really?
It wasn't good. I was like, oh, we're not ready. I was like, we're not. Oh, are we good to go? Yep. So yeah, we have the project proposal that's due Monday. We need to get moving on that. Project proposal. For this class.
For our class.
Due on Monday.
Yep.
It shouldn't be that hard. Basically, we just copy and paste
It's
whatever.
a lot of
yeah.
writing though. It's a lot of writing.
Yeah.